Katrina Wallace from Colto. Go. Okay, so Colto is the new way of learning languages by having fun. At Colto, we're creating mobile apps and widgets for smart TV for children from 5 to 12 years old to learn languages by having fun playing digital games and taking part in live online language races, which is something that is new to the web. So what is the problem that we are addressing at Colto? School children are digital natives, and their parents and teachers are digital immigrants. There's a digital divide. Learning from textbooks is very boring for kids and is obviously leading to poor results. So what is Colto's solution? A digital platform so much fun and absorbing for kids, they don't even realize they're learning. This is a snapshot, a screenshot of our first app, which we're currently producing. It will be on the App Store by Christmas time. It's called Colto Ladder Race. So let's have a look at how the ladder race works. There's our logo. Okay, so you have your avatar on the screen, and he can move his left key and right key from one ladder to the other, jumping. He has 60 seconds on the clock. He has a word down the bottom that he has to translate, and each time he hits on the right translation, the stars go and he jumps up the ladder. His objective is to reach the top of the ladder. Here we go, wrong translation, boom, he falls down a step. So his objective is to reach to the top of the ladder by 60 seconds. So this is a slide showing the educational architecture of Colto. So Colto's apps are made up of a series of floating islands, okay? And each island has its own theme and its own lexical list. And the idea is, the mission for the kids is to move from each island of knowledge to the next island of knowledge. And the learning really comes from the reiteration of the words, that they have to go over and over the lexical list within that island before they can move on to the next island of knowledge. Okay, well, why are we using games for learning at Colto? Well, gamers talk about the term being in the zone, okay, which happens when a great game really absorbs the player and transports them to a new place where they are so involved in the game playing that they lose track of how long they've been playing for. And this is what educational psychologists call flow. They say that it is the most optimal learning state where education and learning just flows. So this is a quick look at Colto's app market position. We are planning to occupy a space in the market. You can see there also the app's global market is a $25 billion market, will be a $25 billion market in 2015. Our market size, it's a huge market. The global market for all language learning is a $60 billion market. Within that market, we have the digital English language learning market, which is a market that is doubling in size over the next 5 years. Our business model, we are creating, as I said, apps with a freemium model, B2C, and widgets for smartphone B2B sales. Our marketing strategy, where really the most important thing in our marketing strategy is a partnership with a target market, such as, for example, Reggio Kids or Dea Kids. Obviously, digital marketing, getting on blogs and so on. We're also going to focus on our user referral retention strategies. Okay, our milestones. Well, right now, as I said, we're building our prototype. It's going to have 8 languages, which are all, you can translate from each language to each language. In 2013, we're asking for 150,000 euros, which will be used to build a series of race game apps for mobile products, as well as a series of race game widgets for smart TV. And our estimated revenue is 25 million euros by 2016. So here's our rockstar team. There's myself as the founder and the vision of the project. There is Paolo, as operations and business. There is Roberto as technical CTO. Then we have Rubens as the Italian designer, character and game designer, and our experts game advisor, Graham Stanley. So thank you very much, and we look forward to answering your questions.
Before we start with a question, just for all the people standing, there are a few seats here, so don't be shy. Also here in front. We don't want you to pass out before food is served. So let's start with questions.
I actually have a 9-year-old daughter, and she's quite astute in figuring out when a game is for fun versus learning. She doesn't like the learning ones as much as the fun one. How do you get kids to jump in and do that?
Absolutely. I also have a 6-year-old son, and I have the exact same issues. So I've also been an English teacher myself for 10 years. What I've found is that the apps that are produced purely with language learning in mind are boring. They lose the kids' attention immediately. And the reason why is because they become thinly disguised English language tests, really. And so what we're doing at Colto, we've shifted the project so that we're actually making our number one priority is fun. Because if you don't have the fun, then you lose the whole point of teaching with games. Okay? So our number one priority is fun. You've got the cursor that can go left, right, up, down. Okay? You're racing against your friends and colleagues. The next version of the apps are going to be races against, multiplayer races, in which you, as a student, can say to your friend, okay, let's meet online tonight at 8 o'clock, and you can have a race against them, and you have to race in time to get to the right word. So the number one thing is fun, and then we just inject the education into it so that it's almost, as we say, like they don't even know they're learning.
A quick follow-up. If you have the kids, would the kids ask for this? Would the parents have to introduce this to them?
We are targeting parents in particular, obviously.
So could you give us a little an idea of the pricing, at least, of how much they cost and how the revenues look like? I mean, in general, I was a bit surprised by the business model, because it's one shot, it seems. I don't know if I understood correctly.
Yeah.
So I've got other things like Lumosity and brain teaser, stuff like that. It's monthly based. So could you just
this is the business model is a freemium in the sense that we'll start, of course, with the free version with the different levels or languages to be added. The price will be as in the standard, let's say, App Store pricing, so 159, 079 for each of the single steps. We're also planning to combine our, let's say, app structure with dynamic content, so that also from the website, parents can decide to assign some content specifically, like colors, animals, to different apps, so that also from their side, from that part, is something that you can add in terms of the revenue. If this is, of course, after a different series of games in the future, not immediately, of course, there might be a licensing fee when you just make a Colto as a service, let's say, in terms that you can give the platform as white label to other language learning companies who needs to launch their own. Okay, so this is the projection is bringing to have the effect over countries and languages can give you really a bunch of downloads and over all the month. Yeah?
Just to clarify, this is microtransaction based with a small transaction for each single step, and then you go on.
Yeah.
So it's not a subscription service.
No.
Okay.
No.
Clear.
So you start, you enjoy, and then according to the different levels of the islands. So we are going to tell you the story and adventure of the Colto, so that moving from the different island of knowledge, then you go. Of course, the last island is a full 1.59, or within the same app, you can just change. As soon as we add a country, I'm learning English, my sister is learning French, just moving and register. And the plan is also to have register the kid and the parents on the website, because probably they don't have, because of the age, any Gmail or whatever. But then we are targeting them for any of the future development. Say, hey, there is a new language. Has another of your kids needing something? So this is the way of, let's say, the expansion and the multiplier, okay, of the users.
So you are looking for a 150 key round. Can you explain how to invest this sum of money in your project?
Yeah, these are focusing. After the first prototype, we're going to, of course, get the feedback and then reiterate according to find the real setup of the platform, of the app, so that with the 150 can be used for the development, of course, with the right feedback, and with the first marketing campaign focused specifically on one market. And then, according to that, move with the multiplier to other countries with the same app, because the content is dynamic, so we just need association between terms or images, and then the next step to another market country might be really easy, except of course introduction and marketing to launch it.
Can you elaborate a bit more on the marketing strategy, how you think to get the market?
Well, as Katrina was saying...
and how much you think you are going to invest also in the medium term?
On the medium term, marketing will be... after we will develop the structure of the development, that of course is giving us the back end and all the different series of apps with the dynamic content, marketing will be the second investment part of the company, and on overall will to reach the 25 million. This is the total marketing will be around 4 million on year to date, and around 1.5 million the development, so that from a development perspective, as soon as you reach 20 to 30 apps by 2015, then the reusability over the countries is just supported by the market investment. And downloads, we are targeting the 8 countries that are actually covering at the moment 75% of the Android and the iPhone market, waiting for the Windows 8 and smart TV gadget widget that is just born.
Is there any more time? No more time? Okay.